Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dodge City. It is the Wild West Bowl third-place game on Smoky Hills PBS, featuring the 7-2 Ashland Bluejays and the 7-2 Northern Valley Huskies. I'm Jeremy McGuire, along with color analyst Larry Jansen. Larry, these two teams obviously disappointed. They're not playing for a championship today, but they have the opportunity to strap those pads on one more time this year.
And it'll be the last time because, remember, the sixth man is part of rotation next year. So this is last year that probably the six-man coaches have all the freedom they used to have.
So you look at these two teams. Ashland comes in 7-2, and they Britt Grigsby really helps their team go from his quarterback position. And then you look on the other side, Northern Valley, the Huskies dealing with some injuries coming into today, and they're just trying to piece some things together.
That's right. And, of course, both of them had severe losses, like Ashland got beat by Natoma in the semifinal game 67-18. Likewise, when Northern Valley went toward down to Cunningham last week, and they got beat down at 57, like the 22. So here they are playing for third place again. Expect the Huskies to, on their offensive keys, Coach Marvin Gebhardt said execute play, no turnovers, have efficient passing game, and they hoped on defensive keys for the Northern Valley Huskies to tackle well, play assigned football, limit big plays, okay? And they'll be having a 2-2-2 set as far as on the defensive side of the ball. On the other deal, the Blue Jays, coached by Ben Fox, he's got offensive keys for him, establish a run versus a 2-2-2 defense that the Huskies are going to have, and they'll try to make 10 yards on the first two downs, I mean. So limit mistakes, no giveaways. That's his three top keys for offensive side of the ball. And defensively, force negative yards, try to create turnovers, limit big plays, stay at home, fill the lanes against the trickery offense that he expects to see from the Huskies.
And if you're Northern Valley, you really want to look at probably shortening this game as much as possible, ball control, and trying to put some points on the board.
Yeah, because two of their main players are out with shoulder injuries, and three others are suspect that they're injured from last week's game. He said Cunningham was very tough on him on that type of thing. So it ought to be a heck of a good ball game today. They both lost to the same teams, Cunningham and Natoma.
Northern Valley, Ashland, the third-place game of the Wild West Bowl from Memorial Stadium in Dodge City. Your kickoff coming up next on Smoky Hills PBS. And welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Dodge City on Smoky Hills PBS. The Ashland Bluejays, the Northern Valley Huskies, the third-place game of the Wild West Bowl, six-man football here in Southwest Kansas. Ashland will kick things off to start the ball game. Teeing it up at the 30-yard line is Landon McPhail, the 145-pound sophomore. Northern Valley will be set and ready to go. Great to have everybody along. Strap in for some high-flying football action. That end-over-end kick going far side, and that is going to roll out of bounds, and that will be a flag. Back deep to receive that kick for Northern Valley was the sophomore Brody Preston, in at 5'9", 155 pounds.
And that ball went clear out of bounds about the 1 yard line, Jeremy. That was pretty almost had a touchback come out 15-yard lines, which is what's going to take place anyway.
Boy, if that was a punt, you'd be very excited.
Oh, yes, he would be. What a game to start the game, though, huh?
So it'll be 1st down and 15 for the Huskies. They'll put that ball out to the 20-yard line. Northern Valley will send Kenton Tallheim out as the quarterback, the sophomore. Brian Bencomo, the 5'9", 130-pound junior, will be back there with them. Looks like also Jeremiah Hansen, the 5'10", 160-pound sophomore, in the backfield. Snapping it back will be the sophomore Peyton David. Unbalanced line to the right for the Huskies. Tallheim will pitch it out, and coming is Hansen, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Britt Grigsby on the tackle for the Blue Jays. A gain of a couple on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, Jeremy Hansen this year, of course, being a 5'10", 160-pound sophomore, had 63 carries this year for 743 yards and 15 touchdowns. He also passed the ball 5 out of 8 times for 14 yards, but, hey, 4 touchdowns he got in the air by passing the ball. That's Jeremy Hansen.
2nd down, 13. Bencomo in the backfield. He is hit and dropped. Andrew Endicott in on the tackle. Endicott starting defensively along with Trey Vera, Britt Grigsby, Nathan Lynn, Lathan McPhail, and Landon McPhail. And that is going to be a loss all the way back to the 26-yard line. That's a loss of 6 on the play. It's 3rd down and 19.
That's a great job by Andrew Endicott that way. Plus, of course, defensive line. He's on part of their 2-4 defense, what they expect to play early, then maybe go to 3-3 lately is what Coach Ben Fox said.
Now Northern Valley will spread it out on 3rd down and long. There's a snap back. Hanson takes the snap. Throw out in the flat. Hanson makes a catch, comes up across the 30, and will be brought down as he crosses the 35 up to the 36-yard line. A gain of 10 on the play, and it will bring up 4th down and 9 for Northern Valley.
Yeah, it's pretty good tackle there by Landon McPhail, number 10, 145-pound sophomore. He had 73 tackles this year, couple fumble recoveries. He'll play defensive end and linebacker today for the Ashland Bluejays.
So 4th down, Ashland defensively looking to get a stop on the Northern Valley side of things. Now Tallheim rolling to his left. Throws back across his body, incomplete. Had a man out there, Eric Loya, but that is an awfully difficult task for a right-handed quarterback to be rolling to his left and try and throw it on target.
Yeah, absolutely. Being a quarterback years ago, experienced left-handed, that was great for me, but it's not that good for the quarterback Kenton that time there. And Eric Loya, it just outshot his arm, his speed, where he could catch it about 3 yards. So, turnover on downs.
Endicott starts at center, Gus Hinka at end, along with Trey Vera, Britt Grigsby at quarterback. Landon McPhail, Nathan Lynn, Lathan McPhail will be out there underneath center. There's a pitch to the right side. Landon McPhail goes right, looking for some room, and Loya will cut him down just shy of the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5.
That's a great tackle by Eric Loya. He had 41 tackles this year, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery. That Eric Loya, a 6-foot, 139-pound senior for the Northern Valley Huskies.
So on that defensive line for the Huskies, Foster Brands, a 6'1", 187-pound junior, really anchors that thing there, along with Aaron Henriksen. 2nd down, 10. Unbalanced line left. There's a pitch back. Coming left side is McPhail again, lowers his shoulder. Boy, a nice job by Bencomo getting in there and making the hit. That's going to be a gain of about 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Brian Bencomo had 54 tackles this year, 1 interception, 3 fumble recoveries. Playing cornerback today, 5'9", 130-pound junior for the Huskies. But he got hit right there, but he did make the tackle. So it's 3rd down and about long 6.
3rd down and a long 6. They'll spread things out right here. There's a snap back to McPhail. He'll pitch it back. Now with the football is Grigsby, far side, tipped incomplete.
A little too high.
Lathan McPhail out there, but that ball a little bit too tall, like Larry said, and it's going to bring up 4th down. So the defenses showing early here in this ball game.
Yes, they are. Yeah, just blew out of the outstretched hands of Lathan McPhail. He'd had 34 or 12 receptions this year for 157 yards and scored four touchdowns for the Blue Jays, but not that time.
We'll see if they try and find Vera, who's lined up just to the left of his center, Endicott. 4th down. That pitch is out to the far side, incomplete. Landon McPhail with the pass attempt. It's incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. And if you are Marvin Gebhard and the Northern Valley Huskies, you are thrilled with your first defensive series.
Yes, you are. Because he had to juggle a lot of players around this week, Jeremy. He waited until he couldn't tell me who the starters were Wednesday or Thursday. Finally got to go on, he hoped to be a new alignment of players come Friday. So that's who you're seeing out today on offense right now.
So it'll bring up 1st down and 15 for the Huskies. Tallheim will take the snap from his center, David, and we got our first flag outside of the kickoff out of bounds. Yeah, that's going to be
offside. I think they're going to Get the old
Encroachment against Ashland, so that's a 5-yard penalty. Second penalty of the ball game against the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the yellow flag just got to give the Huskies a 5-yarder.
So
The
it's
yellow
first
flag.
down and 10. People like a 5-yard penalty and first and 10.
Yeah.
If you're new to six-man football, they start
Yeah.
at first and 15.
You gotta get 15 yards for a first down in this game.
Unbalanced line to the right. There's the pitch on the left side for Hansen. Looking for the edge. Has some room and is finally drug out of bounds on the far side.
Good tackle by Landon McPhail, run him out of bounds. He might have gained about 3 yards. Brings up what, second and
Second and about 7.5.
There you go.
We'll call it 3.
Yeah. Depends where you spot the football, but it's right on that 35-yard stripe.
So second down.
And 7.
Northern Valley looking to get into Ashland territory for the first time this afternoon. Tallheim going to hand it off. Bencomo looking for some room and slicing in there to make the tackle was number 12, Brett Grigsby. A loss of a half a yard on the play. It'll make it third down and 8.
Brett Grigsby, 139-pound sophomore, plays linebacker today on defense, quarterback on offense, 75 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 6 fumble recoveries. Had a great tackle then.
Tallheim's pass is complete.
A little disappointment here.
Got his
by
hands
Ashland.
underneath of it.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a pickup of 12 yards and a first down.
The first down of the ball game so far. That was a great catch, wasn't it?
It was, fantastic.
Incredible.
Concentrating, getting your hands underneath of it. And it's first down and 15 at the 35. We got a reverse coming to the near side. It's Brody Preston looking for the edge. A little stiff arm. He's got another one before he's knocked out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play for the sophomore Preston.
That was a great job. He's running and zigging and zagging, go behind his blocker that way there. Jeremy did a great job, though. Brody Preston, a 5'9", 155-pound sophomore, and he was one of the question marks that Coach Marvin Gebhardt had today to whether he'd be able to play.
Well, it was definitely helpful for the Huskies for number 30 to suit up. Tallheim rolling to his right, looking, had a man wide open down the field, incomplete.
Great tackle, though. Made it incomplete by Latham McPhail.
Well, and if he would have been able to get the ball out to Brian Bencomo down the left side, he would have had a touchdown. But that being said, that is a tough pass to go all the way back across the field.
The grain.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, and the ball was he caught him in the hands. They just got a great hit to knock the ball loose right then. So third down and a long 5, huh?
We're going to call it third down, almost 7.
Oh.
Third down for Northern Valley. Bencomo in motion. He's going to get the ball on the carry, cuts it up, looking for the edge, hit, drop short of the
Great tackle by
down.
11.
Gain of 5 on the play. It's going to bring up fourth down and 2.
Trey Vera, the 170-pound sophomore for the Ashland Bluejays, made that tackle. He's playing defensive line as well as linebacker today. Trey Vera, 170-pound sophomore. Great tackle then. Tackled him low. You don't run very far without your legs. And he just found that out. So fourth down and a long one. Call it 2 yards.
Oh, Marvin Gebhardt has a decision to make now. Who does he give the ball to? He's going to spread everybody out, and it's going to be mano-a-mano right up the middle. Tallheim takes the snap, pitches it out. It's going to be a first down and then some. Down the sidelines and tiptoeing out of bounds at the 13-yard line. A gain of 8 yards on the play by Jeremiah Hansen, in Northern Valley continues to move the ball down the field.
He did a great job just tight-roping that there sideline, didn't he? I mean, Jeremy Hansen, 5'10", 160-pound sophomore. Had 63 carries this year, 743 yards, 15 touchdowns. He also passed the ball 5 out of 8 times this year, 14 yards, but out of them 14 yards, he had 4 touchdowns, Jeremy. That's pretty good.
4:29 to go first quarter. No score here in the third place game of the Wild West Bowl in Dodge City on Smoky Hills PBS. It's going to be a double reverse. Coming this way, Preston lowers his shoulder and is going to roll down towards the goal line, all the way down to the 2, a gain of 11 yards on the play for Brody Preston, and it's 2nd down and goal.
What was neat about that is he rolled over that their wannabe tackler and got another 2 or 3 yards because his knees never did hit the turf.
Yep.
So great job by Brody Preston, the 5'9", 155-pound sophomore for the Huskies.
2nd down and goal from the 2-yard line. They're going to give it off right up the middle. Hanson, Jeremiah Hanson into the end zone for the Northern Valley touchdown, and the Huskies strike first with 3:48 to go in the first quarter.
And they do have a kicker. They've kicked extra points. They've even kicked field goals this year. So we'll see what Coach Marvin Gebhardt has up his sleeve here on their extra point attempt.
And it looks like they're going to try and kick the football right here.
That's what I kind of surmised they would do.
Here's the snap, and that ball is going to be picked up. Running towards the goal line is Loya, and he is in. That will count for 1 in the 6-man game.
Is that a little trickery?
Well, I don't know if it was trickery or the fact that they realized that that ball was never going to make it past just beyond the hold. But with 3:48 to go here in the first quarter, Larry Jantz, it is now 7-0 Northern Valley on top. I think he wants an explanation. It wasn't controlled, so it would be like a bobbled snap. Wouldn't it be?
Yeah, that's what
I think that's what
I would
Marvin's
think.
trying to explain to the White Hat.
But now you're probably talking about 8-man, 11-man rules, seeing we got a whole different deal here in 6-man there.
So,
Jeremy.
Well, here we go. Let's see the kickoff and see what happens now. And it's a short one, and it's going to be taken by McPhail, going towards midfield, cuts it up and is undercut as he gets down to the 37-yard line. Lathan McPhail on the return.
Yeah. And he's just a 135-pound freshman. And now we're set here to go here with the center is Andrew Endicott, 175-pound senior. He'll be snapping the ball back, probably to Brett Grigsby, I'm assuming.
1st and 15 for the Blue Jays, down 6-0. 3:42 to go first quarter in the 3rd place game of the Wild West Bowl from Dodge City. There's the pitch back to McPhail, cuts it up. He's going to be hit and drop. Nice play by Foster Brands. Coming down the line of scrimmage to make the tackle, a gain of 4 on the play.
Yeah, that's
2nd down.
Great job there by Foster Brands. He's a 6'1", 187-pound junior. Plays defensive end today for the Huskies. 34 tackles, 1 fumble recovery so far, and just added another tackle.
2nd down and 11 after the 4-yard gain. Grigsby going to pitch it back. McPhail is going to run to the right, gets a block, but guess who's there? Foster Brands with a little help from his defensive lineman, Aaron Henriksen, and a gain of about 5 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. Well, his first quarter is flying by, 2:47 to go.
When you don't put the ball in the air, you don't have very many incomplete stoppage of the clock.
No,
That's
sir,
what
you
happens.
do not. 3rd down and 6.
They're running their spread offense
They
now.
need the 22 for a first down. They pitch it left side to McPhail. He's hit and dropped short of the first down. Coming up to make the tackle is Kenton Tallheim, the sophomore, and it'll bring up 4th down and about a yard on the play.
And Kenton Valheim, Jeremy, is their leading tackler for the whole year. He leads their defense, and he's the leading tackler with 67 tackles, 3 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, and 2 forced fumbles this year. Great tackle there by Kenton Thalman, a 5'11", 136-pound sophomore.
4th down
Valheim.
and 1. Now, you can't have a quarterback sneak here. So what do you do if you are Ashland? You're going to give it right underneath, and a nice job by Nathan Lynn with his first carry. He's going to pick up 4 on the play and a first down for the Blue Jays.
They call that Ashland Blue Jay. Ben Fox calls that there his offset wishbone, because they also run a pro style tight wing, but then they also spread it. They got those 3 types of offensive sets they'll use: the offset wishbone, pro style tight wing, and the spread. That's when they have a deep back.
1st and 15 from the 18. There's the pitch. McPhail, right side. And there's Foster Brands again. Well, we've said his name, and Tallheim coming in as well.
Yeah.
As short gain on the play. I say short. It's 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You thought he was roping a steer there, the way he had that leg bringing it back, old Foster Brand.
But like you said earlier, if you take their legs out.
That's right. They don't run very far without their legs, do they?
Well, 2nd down, and we'll spread them out here.
Yeah, he's got the old spread.
Lathan McPhail will take the snap, throw out in the flat, catch made by Landon McPhail, hit,
dropped.
Dropped
1 tackle, but couldn't get by the second one, could he?
Tallheim was there. Loya was there. Looks like a gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah. Thalheim and Eric Loya were both in on that tackle. Loya had 41 tackles, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery prior to the day's game.
38 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 6-0, Northern Valley on top.
But the Blue Jays are on the move.
There's a give right up the middle. Grigsby gets his first carry down near the first down marker, but he's going to be just short. Bring up 4th down and 1 after a gain of 5 on the play for Britt Grigsby.
That's a great job. A great run by Mr. Britt Grigsby. 139-pound sophomore playing quarterback. Had 38 carries, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns this year.
5 seconds on the clock. I do not think Ashland will get the playoff. Yes, they will. Right up the middle. Grigsby. Oh, man, it will depend on the spot. Far side official looks like he is spotting it in first down territory.
He's got his left leg out there. He don't. First down.
It is a first down. It'll be 1st down and goal, and that was the last play of the first quarter. So we were through 1 quarter here at Memorial Stadium in Dodge City. The Wild West Bowl 3rd place game. Northern Valley 6, Ashland nothing. We're back after this on Smoky Hills PBS. Welcome back to Dodge City Memorial Stadium. A beautiful fall afternoon. 3rd place game of the Wild West Bowl. The Northern Valley Huskies with a 6-0 lead. The Ashland Blue Jays, after converting on their 2nd 4th down conversion of the drive, have it 1st and goal at the 2. Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jansen. Well, Ashland with a nice answer to the Northern Valley touchdown, although they still have 2 more yards to go.
That's right. And look for them to either you're going to have Landon McPhail or Brett Grigsby trying to punch the ball over the end zone on this play right here.
Lathan McPhail will receive the snap. There's that inside handoff, and we've got a tie ball game. Britt Grigsby from 2 yards out, and we are tied at 6 with 9:56 to go in the first half.
Yes, sir. Great job. The center, Andrew Endicott. The end, Gus Hink, opened up. He's 206-pound sophomore. Gus Hink did a good job. Andrew Endicott and Gus Hink made the hole for Brett Grigsby.
And Blue Jays will kick the extra point, and boy, that is not ideal with how they snapped it. They'll throw it up, and that one is going to be intercepted by Loya. So the conversion is no good. So both teams struggling with their snaps on the extra point, and it will be 6-6 with 9:56 to go here in the first half. But good football game so far, Larry Jantz.
Well, I mean, the Blue Jays did answer what the Huskies had. They marched all the way down consistently. What they have, at least 2 4th down conversions on their drive, maybe 3, is 2 at least. And they did a great job punching in there. And that was a great little counter play up to get to Brett Grigsby to score that touchdown.
Well, now Northern Valley will have the opportunity to answer. One thing we've seen out of the Huskies, and it wasn't surprising, is that they will show you a bunch of different offensive sets. They'll spread you out. They'll go unbalanced. And one thing that Ashland has tried to concentrate on is staying focused on the football.
Yeah, because Ben Fox, the head coach of Ashland Blue Jays, he said we got to look out for trickery offense, like that double reverse they had. That kind of fooled everybody.
Yep, you got to be ready for it. There's no sense in saving it. This is the last game of the year. You can be ready for about anything.
And not only the last game of the year, but probably the last time we'd ever see a third place game in six-man football, since there's going to be enough to have Keisha being a sponsor to deal with six-man football. There we go, kickoff.
Onside kick is going to be recovered by Jeremiah Hansen.
Yes, sir.
And Northern Valley will have the football first down and 15 right at midfield, the 40-yard line.
Well, they're halfway to the end zone if you're at the midfield, aren't they?
They're not too far away.
No.
40 yards
40
away.
Yard.
Unbalanced line right. Tallheim's going to throw it up the field into coverage. It's intercepted. Trey Vera with the pick for the Blue Jays as he dropped into coverage, and Tallheim tried to force it in there, and it's Ashland football first down and 15 at their own 31-yard line.
He didn't get enough air underneath that ball to get to his receiver. His receiver was behind him, but he underthrew it, and, of course, a good position there by the defense, and so we had a pass interception. And they've had a bunch of them this year. They've had, as far as the Ashland Blue Jays.
First and 15 for Ashland. There's an inside handoff. Lynn hit and dropped. Boy, a team effort over there on the far side. Tallheim was there. Bencomo was there. Henriksen was there.
Nathan Lynn was there. Defensive. Excuse me.
Well, Nathan was there. He was running the football.
I know it. He was there. But he got snockered a little bit by about 3 of those Huskies.
Second down, 14 from the 32-yard line for Ashland. Game tied at 6, just over 9 minutes to go. Right side, McPhail. Oh, he is upended. Eric Loya.
Lit him up, didn't he?
Not afraid to step in and make a hit. A gain of a couple on the play. It's third down and 12.
And Coach Gebhardt said keys to defense to win a game is tackle, play assigned football, and limit big plays. Well, that is a great tackle there by number 2, 6 foot, 139-pound senior Eric Loya.
Well, you can't be afraid to come up and hit.
No sirree.
Third down and long. There's a pitch back. Looking in some trouble. Grigsby throws it up the field. Incomplete. In and out of Vera's hands, and it's going to bring up fourth down and a little bit of decision-making time right now for Ben Fox.
Got the brain trust of Ben Fox, his brother Giles Fox, and Jeff Chambers on the sideline trying to decide what we're going to do now.
So fourth down and 12. They need the Northern Valley 34-yard line for a first down, and Ashland wants to talk about it. The timeout on the field, we'll keep it right here with 8:34 to go in the first half. 6-6 is the ball game.
Ben looked over at his brother, Jeremy, and so what are you going to do? We're going to call timeout, Giles said, and we're going to look this. We're going to talk about it. And then you got Jeff Chambers, who, of course, used to be, when Pawnee Heights was really a powerhouse 2 or 3 years ago, he's on staff with them now, too. So you got Jeff Chambers and the 2 Fox brothers.
And this is a big play. You consider if you go for it and don't make it, you're giving Northern Valley the ball in really good field position.
Yeah.
And then you ask yourself, how many times have they punted the football this year? Probably not very many. If I was to look, I think we'll see if I can't find that here real quick.
I think it was only about once or twice all year long when I saw the composite stats, Jeremy. You're right, not very many times, I can tell you that.
Well, we're going to come out of the timeout. We're going to find out exactly what they want to do.
Well, the brain trust has made their decision. But we got fourth and a long 13 yards to go.
They punted the ball 7 times this year. They aren't punting it here. Back to pass, looking, going down the field, and that is incomplete. Bencomo there, Loya there, and sandwiched in between them was Gus Hink. Incomplete pass, and it's a turnover on downs. And boy, Northern Valley was well prepared for that play.
Yes, sir. He'd had 10 receptions this year. Gus Hink had number 17, who's a 206-pound sophomore. 188 yards he had been by receiving, and 2 touchdowns. And he's tried to get him again, overthrew him a little bit, incomplete. Huskies ball on Ashland's 34-yard line. First and 15.
First and 15 from the 34. Thalheim's going to give it off, and Preston will lower his shoulder. And Endicott in on the tackle for Ashland. Pickup of 2 on the play. It'll bring up, we'll call it 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12.
The little razzle-dazzle in the backfield, I bet you, on this play. Of course, their offensive keys by Marvin Gilbert. Execute the play. No turnovers. Well, they just had one a while ago. And then, of course, efficient passing game. We haven't seen quite all that yet, efficient passing game.
7:50 to play here in the first half. Here's a pitch.
He's got some
going
yards.
down the sideline. He has a hole. It's a touchdown for Northern Valley. Jeremiah Hansen from 31 yards out, and the Huskies are back on top.
That's a great job, great read, and it had some good blocking up front to spring him loose out of the end. Jeremy Hansen, all he had to do was just stay inside, don't hit the sideline, get you, and scored all the way down there and made that a good old touchdown. Good job by Jeremiah Hansen.
And Loya on to kick for Northern Valley. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good.
Huh. Looked good from here.
Well, it looked good. It was heading that way, but it never even made it to the
It didn't make it to the crossbars. He had it right. He's going in the right direction.
You might want to go get those.
Get my glasses
checked.
These are good Wally World readers. That's what these are. I don't have them expensive ones like you guys get.
I don't wear glasses.
You really?
I wear contacts though.
That's what I figured.
But 7:43 to go here in the first half, and our score is Northern Valley 12 and Ashland 6, and these two teams keep going after it. And you're Ashland, after you got turned over on downs on your last possession, you're Ben Fox, you're gonna want to see if you can't find something that's gonna, as Hank Stram would have said, matriculate the ball down the field.
Yes, matriculated. Yes, matriculated down the field. Yes.
And it seems like Northern Valley, for the most part, defensively really hasn't been surprised by anything that Ashland
with that patched-up defense by the players that he's got to work with right now. You know, he's only had 16 players to start with, 3 seniors, 4 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 2 freshmen. On defense, he was starting 2 today, 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, and that's what it was as far as today. I mean, starting 2 seniors, 2 seniors, 2 juniors, 2 sophomores. That's his starters today out of the 16 players. But Bailey Sides is out because shoulder injury, out for the whole year, of course. And so is number 20, Kycock. He's a junior.
Dahlheim with the kickoff. McPhail with it, trying to get to the edge. With Northern Valley doing a good job. Now look out.
Got him sealed
Looking
off.
for a block, and Bencomo will bring him down inside the 30, down at the 28-yard line. So the Blue Jays with a first down and 15 from the 28-yard line.
Yeah, great job there. Great tackle by Brian Bencomo. 54 tackles this year, 1 interception, 3 fumble recoveries for the 5'9", 130-pound junior for the Northern Valley Huskies, Brian Bencomo. But first down for the Blue Jays. Ashland Blue Jays are on the march. They're clear down to the 28-yard line of the Huskies. First and 15.
There's a pitch out. McPhail coming near side. Gets the block. We have another flag on the play. And I believe that is in the area of holding.
I think it's going to be called number 17.
It's going back.
I think they spotted old Gus Hink, I think. I saw one of the zebras pointing towards 17. Gus Hink, the 206-pound sophomore.
So they will mark that off.
Do we take the penalty? Yeah, probably, because we don't want to give them the down.
So a 10-yard mark off. That's the third penalty of the ball game against Ashland. So it makes it first and 25 back at the 38-yard line. 7:26 to go first half. Pitch back. There's a pass out into the flat from McPhail to Grigsby. And he's going to pick up that penalty yardage plus some, a gain of 11 on the play.
Like you mentioned, he got the penalty yardage back, plus 1. Still brings up second down and about 14 to go, though.
Well, Ashland really likes that play where they pitch it back to Landon McPhail, and then he runs to the right and see if there's anywhere to throw it. Second down, 14 yards to go. Handoff right up the middle. It's Grigsby, and he's going to have a nice gain inside the 20 down to the 19, a gain of 8 on the play. That'll bring up third down and long 6.
Sometimes they move that. They want to still have Landon and Brett Grigsby holding the ball. They bring in Latham McPhail, 135-pound freshman, the kind of wide receiver, bring him at quarterback. Let him handle the ball first.
Third down, a long 5. They're looking to throw it. They throw it out in the flat. Catch is made by Grigsby. He's hit and dropped short of the first down. Tallheim got a piece of him, and Hendrickson finished him off down to the 16-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down and 3.
That wasn't the offset wishbone. You're going to see him. The Ashland Bluejays either run about 3 different sets. The offset wishbone, that wasn't it. Pro-style tight wing wasn't it. Or the spread when they have a deep back, and that's what you just saw.
Fourth down and 3. Ball sits at the 16-yard line. Might be about 2.5. Grigsby's going to get, nope, they're going to throw it. Northern Valley's on top of it. Rolling to his right, throws out in the flat, and it's caught for a touchdown!
Gus Hink.
Gus Hink, the sophomore. A little razzle-dazzle by Lathan McPhail, and we're tied up at 12.
That's a new wrinkle they hadn't seen probably this year much, having Lathan McPhail, number 3, 135-pound freshman, come in there. He's also run the ball. He's caught the ball, 12 receptions, 157 yards, 4 touchdowns. This time he was the one throwing the pass to Gus Hink for the touchdown.
McPhail in. And that is going to be a mishandled snap again. And both teams continue to struggle with snaps in this ball game. But we have players to punch the ball in the end zone to tie it up.
They did a great job consistently. A little deception in some of their plays.
There's an onside kick. It's going to be taken by Jeremiah Hansen. He'll be down at the 38-yard line. Grigsby in there on the tackle along with Nathan Lynn. First down, 15 yards to go. We are tied at 12. Northern Valley. Kenton Tallheim's gone the whole way at quarterback. Hands it off to Preston, and he's going to be ankle tackled And a gain of 1 on the play. Grigsby in on the tackle.
Yep, Brody didn't go too far on that play. He's had 22 rushes for 235 yards and 4 touchdowns this year, but not very much on that play. Brings up 2nd and 14.
Tallheim's going to pitch it back. Hanson looking for some room, has a block. Hanson down the sideline is knocked out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Going to pick up 16 yards and a first down.
Yeah, only needed 14, get 16, so move the sticks, Zebras. It's first down, Huskies. Headed for the north end zone down here to Wild West Bowl in Dodge City, Kansas.
First down and 15 from the 21-yard line. Boy, Hanson showing a lot of patience on that run.
Yes, he did.
Pressed it around the end, and I believe we are going to have a face mask. And judging by the reaction, I believe that face mask is going to go against Gus Hink. But we shall see. And I was incorrect. The way that Gus Hink was reacting, I thought that was going to go against him. But it's a 10-yard penalty that's going to be against Northern Valley, and that is the first penalty of the ball game against the Huskies.
Did you say there's 3 penalties against the Bluejays so far?
Yep, 3 penalties, 20 yards against Ashland. Northern Valley with 1 for 10. Now it's 1st and 25 for the Huskies as the ball is marked just outside the 30-yard line. See if they give it to Hanson on the pitch to the near side again. Here it comes, a pitch to the near side. Tallheim with a little bit of a block and pushed out of bounds by McPhail.
And
Landed McPhail on the tackle. That's going to be a pickup of 4 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 21.
Both those guys led the Ashland Bluejays on tackles this year. Landon had 73 tackles, 2 fumble recoveries. Brett was just 2 more, 75 tackles and 3 interceptions and 6 fumble recoveries. So both of them are the main spark plugs for the defense for the Ashland Bluejays.
They spread them all out. There's a pitch back to Tallheim. Under some pressure, throws it out in the flat. Bencomo, ball's loose on the ground, and it's recovered by Ashland. The 2nd turnover of the ball game, and Landon McPhail on that one. Boy, Bencomo disappointed. I'll tell you what, I looked out there on the field right there, and Bencomo had his head down. Kenton Tallheim went and grabbed his face mask, lifted his head up, and said, we got to play defense now.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines.
Is the quote censored, you think? Maybe? No?
You know, I don't know Kenton, so I don't know
no,
how he might talk.
Wouldn't be, not Tusk.
1st and 15 after the turnover. Ashland looking to take advantage to the outside. Hendrickson, Bencomo on the tackle. And 4 yards on the play.
Tackled by number 16 and number 7. Aaron Hendrickson, playing defensive end, was on the tackle along with Brian Bencomo, both of them. Aaron Hendrickson, 5'8", 173-pound senior, had 28 tackles, 1 fumble recovery this year for the Huskies. And, of course, Brian Bencomo, 54 tackles, 1 interception, 3 fumble recoveries. 5'9", 130-pound junior. So here we go, Ashland Bluejays. 2nd and like a long 12, let's say.
Here comes McPhail to the near side. He's going to be hit. Dropped.
Great job by
Foster Brands there.
Yes, he was.
And a gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 7.
That's a great job by Foster Brands, that 6'1", 187-pound junior. 34 tackles this year, 1 fumble recovery. Playing tight end today for the Huskies. Did a great job stiffing that one out. And brings up 3rd down, and what do you call it? About 6.5, 7 yards to go for the Blue Jays.
The ball just shy of midfield for Ashland. There's a snap back. There's a pitch back. Looking out in the flat. Grigsby is out there. He cuts across the grains. He's hit and dropped. Tallheim there and Hendrickson. Boy, they have been all over the field today. No gain on the play. maybe a gain of 1. We'll call it a gain of 1. It's 4th down and 6.
Yeah, he got slowed up a little bit in there by them. But then Aaron Hendrickson came in there, and he's finished them off.
Into Northern Valley territory. It'll be probably a snap back to Grigsby and then a pitch to McPhail. He's going to go left, looking for some room. He's going to have a first down, then some down the sideline and out of bounds. Tallheim missed the tackle, and that's a gain of 17 yards and a first down for Landon McPhail.
That's a great job by him. Of course, that was in the spread offense, and when they're able to spread like that, they love to run the run pass option, which they just turned around and gave that to Landon and said, go get it. And Landon McPhail did it, the 145-pound sophomore.
1st and 15, 23-yard line. That ball's on the ground. Who's got it? It looks like the Huskies are going to have it. It is a fumble recovered by Northern Valley.
Aaron Hendrickson recovered that fumble. Landon tried to see the pitch where he's going to go before the ball was coming to him.
Yep.
Took his eye off of it, fumbled the ball. And, of course, Aaron Hendrickson was right Johnny on the spot, the 5'8", 173-pounder senior for the Huskies. And he recovered that fumble. So now it's Huskies ball on their own 30-yard line.
The old adage of make sure you catch the football before you take off with it.
That's a pretty important commodity to have.
There's Bencomo. He has a gap.
Looking
for the sideline. Does he have enough? Bencomo still going. It is a touchdown for the Huskies. An immediate answer for Northern Valley.
That's
a 50-yard run.
50-yard scamper. Way to go there by, Brian Bencomo, the 5'9", 130-pound junior. He had 13 carries for 159 yards and 4 touchdowns prior to the proud moment in the third-place consolation game today at the Wild West Bowl. He'll remember that play forever, won't he?
And we are going to see an extra point attempt here. This time it is Tallheim that will attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. It's a good one, and the kick is blocked. Getting in there to make that play was Landon McPhail, maybe feeling a little bit responsible for that touchdown. He came roaring through. Kick was a little bit low, but now with a minute 38, Ashland down to 1 timeout and a chance to march the ball down the field.
McPhail in. They generally run the spread on the offensive side. They put him in when they run the spread offense. He's in there.
There's the kick. It's the short one, pooched up there. Lathan McPhail with it. He's hit and will be brought down. And securing that football, as you saw Loya put his arm in there and try to rip that ball out. So it's 1st down and 15 from the 37-yard line. 1:34 to go, first half. Northern Valley with an 18-12 lead. Plenty of time for Ashland to answer. Grigsby is going to throw it.
Whoops.
He's hit. He's dropped.
Right in there, Loya.
Hendrickson is in there.
Right.
Foster Brands with the pressure forced him back, and he wanted to run it, then remembered, I can't run it here.
He turned right into old Aaron Hendrickson, didn't he?
He did, and that's going to be a loss of 7 on the play at 2nd down and 22.
Whoops, made the wrong turn. Shouldn't have turned around and tried to reverse my field of run right there. But anyway, 2nd down and forever.
They're going to look to throw it. McPhail throws it in the flat.
Missed
Catch
tackle.
is made. Here comes McPhail. He has some running room. He's going, and he is gone. Landon McPhail on the touchdown with 39 seconds to go. The fireworks are starting to pop off here in Dodge City.
Yes. Great job by Landon. He broke a couple tackles. That one tackle on the backfield, he broke it. And once he's done that, he's gone. But he got kind of slipped out to the right-hand side and went down the sideline. They couldn't catch him. Great job by Landon McPhail.
49 yards.
73 carries this year, 622 yards, 15 touchdowns on the ground. And he's had 20 receptions for 260-some yards on the air, too.
Looking to compete the conversion and just sliding inside the pylon.
Yep.
The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now Ashland with the 1-point lead, 19-18. It does not take all that long. We've had some big plays.
And
we
I
had
think
a 50-yard run and then a 45-yard pass.
And what we've seen so far, Jeremy, I think is that both teams are scared of somebody running the ball all the way back, so it's been short kickoffs. Everybody's kicking, squib kicks, short kickoffs, right? They're scared.
And that one goes left side, and it's going to be at kick out of bounds. Thalheim followed that one right out of bounds. And it's going to bring up first down and 15 for Northern Valley. And they're going to spot that ball at the 37-yard line.
It looks like, as long as the downs marker get everything set right.
Oh, where are they going to
spot
it?
Are they going to make him re-kick it?
5 yards from where it went out of bounds, so it's a 5-yard penalty against Ashland. Their fourth of the first half. Penalty-wise, it's been a pretty clean first half.
So, should be on about the 30.
35.
35-yard line.
First and 15, Northern Valley.
And the Huskies are in a spread.
Foster Brand split to the near side. Thalheim throws it out in the flat and was a little bit too tall for his intended receiver.
And you're throwing the ball into the sun. And your receiver's looking back towards the sun's right in his eyes. The ball was a little tall, but that's a tough time of the day to throw that particular ball. Been a whole lot better if you had to play to this side of the field, in my opinion.
Second down, 15. They will spread it out again. Back to pass Thalheim. Has a man out there. Is going to launch it down the field. It is incomplete. Looking for Loya. Well, he had Brands open a little bit over here on the left side, but wasn't able to get it down the field to him. Instead opted for Loya, and incomplete. It's going to bring up third down and 15.
Yeah, he had three receivers down there. He'd taken his pick. 28.9 seconds to go to halftime, huh? Huskies down by a point. Third and 15. What's Marvin Gebhardt got up his sleeves? What's the brain trust?
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try another one of those reverses that they've had success with. They're just going to give it to Hansen. A little power to the left side. Cuts it back. He is driving down inside the 30 and brought down at the 29-yard line, and they're going to keep the clock running right now. We'll bring up fourth down.
I'm surprised they didn't call timeout.
And I think Marvin Gebhardt's going to call a timeout and have one last play here before the half. We will find out here momentarily what the play call is going to be.
Yeah. About 4th and 9, isn't it?
Thalheim's going to throw it. Going to dump it off. Hansen's going to make the catch. And try and make a man miss, but he's going to be brought down. Going to be right at just short of the first down, a pickup of 8 yards on the pass play.
That was Lathan McPhail that said, Mr. Hansen, you ain't going any further.
And that is the end of the first half. Your score, Ashland 19 and Northern Valley 18. They're brought to you by New Age Industrial of Norton, Kansas. Let's first look at the Huskies of Northern Valley. 18 points on the board, 143 yards rushing, 29 yards passing, 172 total yards for Northern Valley. They do have 2 turnovers and 1 penalty for 10 yards. For the Ashland Bluejays, 19 points on the board, 65 yards rushing, 80 yards passing, 145 total yards, 1 turnover in the ball game, and 4 penalties for 25 yards. Getting your halftime stats brought to you by New Age Industrial of Norton, Kansas. Your halftime score, Ashland 19, Northern Valley 18.
Wrapping up and making good tackles, too, because some of these missed tackles has been the long gains for the other team. You only got 6 players after, so if you're one-on-one and you miss a tackle, good luck on trying to find the tag number on that truck that just passed you because he's headed for the end zone.
Here we go. Tallheim will kick it deep this time. Underneath of it, Grigsby. Coming sideline, he'll be pushed out of bounds as he crosses the 30. Right up to about the 33-yard line, first down and 15. Northern Valley defensively will come out on the field. Ashland coming out, and they had 19 second quarter points. And they had some big plays in the process.
Yes,
16-yard pass, a 45-yard pass. Northern Valley with some big plays, a 31-yard run and a 50-yard run. First and 15. Handoff right up the middle to Lynn. Power football for Ashland. Yeah. Boy, Nathan Lynn picks up 10 yards. It's to bring up second down and 5.
That was a quick hitter right there. If he's in, when Nathan's in, they're playing their tight wing. When he's in, they're playing pro-style tight wing offense, which they did. It's unbalanced, but they call it their tight wing offense when you see Nathan Lynn in there, 145-pound junior.
Offset line to the left. Quinn back. Lynn right up the middle again. He's going to have a first down, lowers his shoulder right into Foster Brands. That's going to be a pickup of 8 yards and a first down.
2 carries, first down. He's had 30 carries this year for 140 yards, averaged 3 touchdowns. He's also received the ball, caught 3 passes for 18 yards. But a great job there in the last 2 plays by Nathan Lynn.
First and 15, the ball inside the 30 at the 29. Right side, McPhail hit and dropped.
Not very far.
Boy, coming in from behind on the play was Hendrickson, and a gain of maybe a yard on the play for Landon McPhail.
In that 2-2-2 defense that Huskies employ, Aaron Hendrickson's that defensive tight end, and he smelled that one out. Stopped him for just a 1-yard gain. So second down and 14 yards for the Bluejays.
See if Ashland, they had success going right up the gut on the first 2 plays of this drive.
Pitch out.
Left side, and McPhail is hit hard and dropped, and there is Hendrickson again. A pickup of 3 on the play. It'll bring up third down and 11.
Pretty tough tackling there by Aaron Hendrickson. 28 tackles this year in fumble recovery. 5'8", 173-pounder. And but hey, you know, I asked old Coach Gebhardt, who keeps you loose? He said that Brian Bencomo, the 5'9" junior. He's the one who keeps us loose with jokes and humor in the dressing room. Kind of interesting.
Third and 11. Play action pass. Oh, Vera was open. There's a throw in the flat. Catch is made by McPhail. He's undercut near the first down marker, but just short.
Yeah, great tackle there. Caught him low. Eric Loya made a nice tackle there. 41 tackles, 4 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery by the 6', 139-pound senior, Eric Loya for the Northern Valley Huskies.
Gain of 9 on the play.
And fourth down and a short 2. But you got a little old Latham up there, McPhail, quarterbacking.
There's the inside handoff.
Guess who?
I believe they have enough.
Bet he went to Brett.
Grigsby on the carry. He needed 2. He got 3.
That's at least the third time they've run that play. When they bring in number 3, Latham, McPhail will do that during the spread offense, and they do that little counter to Grigsby. He's in there again.
First and goal from the 13. There's a counter play.
Inside counter
Grigsby
play.
again. Tallheim in there on the tackle. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up second and goal.
Same hole, just a different play. They called there by Ben Fox and his brother. The brain trust on the sideline, helped by Jeff Chambers, who years ago used to be one of the Pawnee Heights Tigers head coach. Now he's on the staff of the Ashland Bluejays. Boy, they got them spread out now, don't they? Spread. They're going to have a run-pass option, Jeremy.
Second and goal from the 9.
Look
Grigsby's
here.
going to throw it out in the flat to McPhail. He's hit and dropped. Allheim with a little bit of help from Foster Brands just inside the 5-yard line, and we'll call it a pickup of 4.
That was from Lathan McPhail back to Landon McPhail, then a pass back to Lathan McPhail. A little bit of whoopsie-doosey trickery.
Whoopsie-doosey?
Whoopsie-doosey. Whoopsie.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
Well, we had one of them statues down in college.
There's Grigsby up the middle. He's into the end zone, and the Blue Jays with their largest lead of the ball game. It's 25-18 on the 4-yard run by Britt Grigsby.
And a nice handoff in there by little Lathan McPhail, the 135-pound freshman. Comes in and plays that quarterback when they're in this spread offense. That way opens it up and lets the other two guys, Grigsby and Landon, run the ball.
Easy for you to say. First down. Well, it's not first down. It's a conversion attempt. There's the pitch. McPhail coming to the near side, cuts it up, and he is in. So with 5:44 to go in the third quarter, your score, it is Ashland 26, Northern Valley 18.
Junior and 5 sophomores. And on defense, they start 2 juniors, 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen. So it's pretty young team, basically, experience-wise and age-wise for the Huskies.
By Ashland, and it's going to be Northern Valley football. First and 15, ball at the 39-yard line. So Northern Valley with the football. Down by 8.
Need to make something happen. Marvin Gebhardt and Josh Hansen, the brain trust for the Huskies. If the
There's
handoff.
Bencomo. Oh, he was that close. Got tripped up. It looked like Vera was there. Endicott had a play.
Plays linebacker.
A couple on the play.
Yeah, great job by Trey Vera, 170-pound sophomore. Plays defensive line and also linebacker, both positions. Had 60 tackles this year, and he's the one that mainly stopped the momentum then.
There's a pitch.
Gonna be a pass.
Hansen's going to throw it. It is caught. Close to a first down. Going to be a yard short, a pickup of 16.
Great job.
Be 3rd down and 1.
Great job, and that there pass went to Brody Preston, the 5'9", 155-pound sophomore. He had 21 receptions coming into today's game, 359 yards in the air, and 8 touchdowns he scored. Come close to getting another one.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Up the middle, Hansen. He's got a first down and then some, and he is slung down at the 16-yard line. A gain of 12 for the Huskies.
You know what Marvin Gebhardt just said? If Grigsby can do that for the Blue Jays, guess what? I got a guy who can do that on my team. I think we're going to get the ball to Jeremy Hansen and let him go right up there. You think? It worked.
First down and 15.
From the 16-yard.
Snap is mishandled.
Oh, they're lucky to get the ball back.
Gets on it, and that's going to be a loss back to the 20.
Yeah.
Almost 21.
They got 20 yards for play. 20 yards to go for first down, 21 to go for a touchdown. What you got up your sleeve now, Coach Gebhardt?
Telling you, I'm thinking they're going to need to go back to a reverse.
They're going to go with the spread right now. Twins and the spread.
Handoff right up the middle, and Hansen got blasted.
I don't think so.
Landon McPhail filled the hole.
He's playing linebacker today, and he held his position. He stayed right there. That's some of the defensive keys that Ben Fox had. Force negative plays, turnovers, limit big plays to pass, and stay at home and fill your lanes against trickery offense. Bingo.
3rd down, 19 yards to go.
Landon McPhail did exactly one of the 3 keys to win the ball game by his head coach, Ben Fox.
Northern Valley needs to hurry to the line. They got 6 seconds on the play clock. They get set. They're ready. Tallheim's going to throw it. Looking, throws it out in the flat, catches.
Dropped. He come back to get it.
Boy, Brody Preston came back to get that football, and I think that slight adjustment he had to make threw him off a little bit. And again, I think he was looking towards that goal line, which was right there.
And he was one
pass.
You see, Brody was limping a little bit coming back, too. He's limping right now coming back out to being a wide out.
4th down. Pitch back to Tallheim. He's going to run it. Getting Tallheim inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown,
And
Northern Valley.
And no flags. That's a 4th down and about
4th and
18 yards.
And he ran it in from 19 yards out. Tallheim split those defenders, got a little help with some blocks on the outside, and he's into the end zone.
And they needed that. They needed that score to answer it. They was 8 points down. Now what are we going to do? An extra point. If they kick it.
If they kick it, it's tied.
It's 2 points, yeah.
They're going to kick it.
They're going to try it.
Tallheim with the extra point.
Will we get a good snap? Will we get a good hold? And there's the snap. There's the hold.
The
and
kick is up, and it is good.
It went right.
Boy, just over the crossbar.
Yes, it was.
And we are tied at 26 points apiece. I don't know if you could have slid a piece of paper underneath that ball when it crossed the crossbar.
In 2019, they had the snow game at Weskin. He said we lost by 4 points, but that was big. And the battles every year with Moscow, and this year, of course, winning over Weskin this year. That's some of his biggest thrills.
Vera on the kickoff return. Trey Vera on the run. And it's going to be pushed out of bounds by Preston inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line.
That's how you answer a score.
They'll mark it at the 12. 38 yards on the return. 48 yards. I was close. I was 10 yards short.
Was you used new math or old math on that one?
That was Common Core.
Common Core math.
1st and goal from the 12. Handoff. Oh, man. Grigsby was met immediately by Aaron Hendrickson.
It's worked 4 or 5 times a day, but not that time. Mr. 80 Foster Brand says, no, Mr. Grigsby, you're not going forward today. 34 tackles, 1 fumble recovery by Foster Brands, a 6'1", 187-pound junior. Made that tackle.
2nd down and goal from the 13. They'll spread them out this time. Grigsby with the pitch back to McPhail. Landon pitches it out to Grigsby. He is slowed down by Tallheim and then finished off by Hendrickson. So it's going to be a gain of 2 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, a little razzle-dazzle there. Grigsby gets the ball, throws it back to McPhail. McPhail throws it back, forward pass back to Grigsby, and he goes over there. Whoops, stop. Starts to do a little jig move, and by golly, he got tackled by Mr. 7, Aaron Hendrickson.
3rd down and goal from the 11.
Boy, they got to spread out here.
1:28 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 24. There's a pitch back. Boy, that was messing up the timing. Now Grigsby throws it over the middle. Incomplete. It went through the hands of Gus Hink, off the shoulder pads of Brian Bencomo, and landed at the feet of Eric Loya. Something like that.
Yeah, he's close. And so it still brings up 4th down and from 11 yards for 1st and goal from the 11-yard line.
So 4th down, here we go from the 11.
You're going to see that spread offense again, so it gives them a run-pass option. Spread them out. Try to get your skilled people in position to make a good play.
And it is going to be, taking the snap, will be Lathan McPhail. He'll be flanked on either side behind him by Landon McPhail and Grigsby. The pitch back to Grigsby. Looking out in the flat to Lathan McPhail. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. To the pylon. Touchdown, Ashland. Lathan McPhail on the 11-yard touchdown reception. And with 1:08 to go in the 3rd, the Blue Jays are back on top.
He had 12 receptions for 157 yards and 4 touchdowns prior to that one this year. 36 carries for 214 yards. Not too bad. 3 touchdowns also for a 135-pound freshman. Wide receiver normally. Plays quarterback some when they come in that spread offense. Number 3, Lathan McPhail, 135-pound freshman. And they're lining up for
looking for that 1-point conversion.
Pass. They got Latham underneath the center, excuse me.
There's a pitch left side, coming to the edge and knocked out of bounds. That conversion is no good as Grigsby tried to get to the corner and just could not get there. 32-26 is the score, Larry Chance, and man, oh man, nice play by Lathan McPhail to find his way to the corner and get into the end zone for the Blue Jays.
Yep. And so is Kai Cox. He's out also, the 5'11", 154-pound junior.
There is a ball that is recovered. Is it going to be Ashland football?
I think it might have been out of bounds first. He pointed. Let's see.
It looks like they're going to give the ball to Ashland on the recovery. Kenton Tallheim came up to try and make the play on the football, Larry Jantz, and it's just squirted right out of his hands, and it goes back to Ashland.
The live ball. Turnovers. Can hurt any level ball. Junior high, high school, college, pros, anything.
There's a dive by Landon McPhail. He's going to pick up 3 on the play.
Little sportsmanship there. Aaron Hendrickson made the tackle, but had to pat him on the back.
And we got an injury over here on the near side for Northern Valley, which is the last thing anybody wants to see, but the Huskies have just been devastated by injuries this year. And it looks like Ben Como possibly maybe a cramp or something. So you talk about the improvement, Larry, just a moment ago from Northern Valley and what Marvin Gebhard was talking about. His team's 7-2, playing in the third-place game of the Wild West Bowl today. Last year, they were 2-5 overall.
Yeah.
That's quite the improvement from year to year.
And what they've ended up doing this year, truthfully, turning around to get to 7-2 is incredible. Only giving up on defensive points allowed, 19.8 points per game. That's pretty good. No wonder he loves what his guys have improved the whole year playing on the team. They all got bigger, faster, stronger. They made great strides in the weight room, and he's proud of every one of them.
So Bencomo out. Jeremiah Hansen comes in the defensive alignment. Grigsby throws the ball up the field, has McPhail out there. He's got it, and he is going to be brought down at the 20.
Pretty solid little freshman, isn't he? Number 3.
We'll call it the 21. That's a gain of 22 yards on the play.
That's a great job by Lathan McPhail then, because you're looking back and the sun had to be bugging his eyes. So concentrate on the ball, catch the ball, and then bring it in and don't fumble it. Was a great achievement by him.
1st and 15 from the 21. Ashland looking to put a little distance between them and Northern Valley. Grigsby to throw, rolling to his left, dumps it out there. It's caught inside the 15, down to the 10 is Trey Vera, just outside the reach of the defensive end, Foster Brands. That's going to be a pickup of 11 yards on the play.
Yeah, and Ashland's doing that without one of the best players, a 165-pound sophomore, number 30, Cale Harris. He's been out with a knee for the whole year or most of the year.
2nd down. Ball at the 10. Handoff. Fumble. It's on the ground.
Oh,
and Kenton Tallheim is on it.
Yes, it did.
A recovery by Northern Valley. McPhail just could not handle the handoff. He never had it. And Tallheim was able to scoop it up, and it's going to be Northern Valley football on another fumble by the Ashland Bluejays.
Well, Ashland got the ball on the kickoff because of the kind of a miscue by Kenton. Now he got the ball back, so it's payback. He had to redeem himself, you might say.
They'll mark that ball right at the 9-yard line. Bencomo back in after being out with injury. He's driven back to the goal line.
And
they're going to give him forward progress at the 3, which turns out to be a loss of 5 yards on the play for Brian Bencomo. And that is going to be the end of the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, your score, Ashland 32, Northern Valley 26. We're back after this timeout on Smoky Hills PBS.
Presentation of the Wild West Bowl Consolation Game on Smoky Hills PBS is brought to you in part by
Programming on Smoky Hill Public Television is made possible in part by an underwriting grant from Nextech, providing the area with top-notch broadband, business technology, and advertising solutions. Nextech proudly supports the economic growth of rural communities.
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium in Dodge City on Smoky Hills PBS. Jeremy McGuire along with Larry Jantz as we bring you the third place game of the Wild West Bowl. As we start this fourth quarter, Northern Valley faces a 2nd down and 20 after the 5-yard loss on the previous play after they had recovered a fumble from Ashland as the Blue Jays were driving in to score. And a couple big plays coming up for the Northern Valley offense, Larry Jantz.
Yes, it is. And so they got 2nd down, and my goodness, about 20 yards to go. Not saying they can't do it, but they got to be very efficient.
There's a handoff to Hansen.
Got several
Cuts
made.
it to the outside. Pretty good speed and is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. So he picks up 16 yards, and it will bring up 3rd down and 5.
And the head coach, Marvin Gebhardt, he was a graduate up there in Northern Valley, so he's a hometown kid. Boy, you might say, he's the head coach there now and principal there. And, of course, reminded that you and I was doing 8-man's games over at Russell before they went down to Newton. And they won 3 state championships, 1986, 1987, 1990. That's 8-man, those Northern Valley Huskies. Remember them days?
They had some battles. I think against Midway Denton was one of the teams they always battled against. Bencomo wrapped up in the backfield and brought down. Nathan Lynn there also coming in to make the tackle was Landon McPhail. Oh, man, we have seen some fantastic sportsmanship across the board. A loss of 5 on the play, though, for Bencomo. People helping people up and just all around good play. And it looks like they might potentially punt the ball, but I can't say for certain. There's a pitch back. Hansen is going to get the punt away. It's a high end-over-ender. It's a short one. That one is going to roll
bounce,
and take a nice bounce in favor of Northern Valley down to the 34-yard line where Brody Preston will down it. And the Blue Jays will take over 1st and 15.
Yeah, Ben Fox has been the head coach there at Ashland Blue Jays for 7 years, or been coaching for 7 years, but only the head coach for the last 5 years. And then I think 1 year for which is an 8-man, now 4 years for doing 6-man. Doing a good job, him and his brother, and of course now they got Jeff Chambers on their staff also. But here they go, Blue Jays, first 15.
First down and 15. 9:05 to play here in the fourth quarter. Handoff right up the gut to Grigsby. He leans forward up to the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 12. Second down, 11. Give him a gain of 4 on that play. There's a pitch back. Coming left side. It's another backwards pass. And going up the field is Lathan McPhail. He'll be knocked out of bounds in Northern Valley territory at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play.
A little trickery. Northern Valley better speed improving their tackling right now because they need to tackle, get those legs down there. and don't give them any more than what they need to do if you're a Northern Valley Husky fan. Because they trail in the ball game 32-26.
With 8:22 left to go here in the ball game. Went on 2 that time. There's a pitch out to Landon McPhail. He's hit, and he'll be brought down. Foster Brands on the tackle. A yard short of the first down. A pick up a 6 on the play, and here comes a big 4th down play.
They've been there before. 4th down and 1 yard to go. Look for number 3 to be the quarterback and give an inside counter to Grigsby. Watch where Grigsby might be setting up. Well, let's see here.
It might be going the other way. 4th down, we'll call it a long one. And looked like we had somebody jump. It looked like Vera was just a half a tick off. That's our first penalty of the second half, and that is a big one, Larry Jant.
Yep. Number 11, 170-pound sophomore, Trey Vera.
So it'll bring up 4th down and 6 now. After the penalty. 7:37 and counting to go here in the 4th quarter.
And the Huskies need to stop, huh?
They need to stop. I think Marvin Gebhardt is saying, I don't think that was 5 yards marked off.
He's over there counting on the sideline. He said,
I think it's pretty
close. He got
close.
it straightened out. They went and gave him 4. He wanted 5.
4th down and 6. There's a pitch back. Grigsby looking to throw it over the middle, wide open. Andrew Endicott, his first touch in the passing game today, and it's 1st down and 15 at the 18-yard line.
They saved a good play there for the center. Center eligible. Aha. Haven't seen much of that, have we, today?
We have not seen much of it at all, but that was the time to bring it out for the Blue Jays as the clock continues to roll, going under 7 minutes to go, and they are driving. Pitch back Grigsby again. Throws it out in the flat, and it is incomplete, intended for Lathan McPhail.
Nobody to complain about that except number 12 himself. He feels bad about it, slapped himself on the leg. Sorry, my fault. Couldn't get the ball to him. So Lathan McPhail, he was waiting for it. He was wide open, too.
2nd and 15. Hink will split himself to the far side. Vera to the near side. Endicott to snap it. Back to Lathan McPhail. Coming after the quarterback Grigsby. He's running, and, man, a nice
Great
open
job.
field
Great tackle
by Kenton Tallheim. A gain of 2 on the play for Grigsby.
There's a little video for your proper tackling techniques, and that was Coach Marvin Gebhardt's first deal. You got number 7, Aaron Hendrickson, limping off. He's got a bad set of wheels right now.
Jeremiah Hansen will come in to
be a linebacker for him or defensive end.
Play on that defensive line.
Yeah.
6:17 and counting. 3rd down and 13 for Ashland. They'll snap it back to Landon McPhail. Pitches it back to Grigsby. He's in trouble. Into the air.
Oh!
Nearly intercepted by Brody Preston.
Boy, he had his hand on it twice. Tip drill to himself, and that just barely out of his reach. Almost secured it. Good effort by good old Brody Preston. Playing linebacker today on defense. 48 tackles, 3 interceptions. Almost had another one. Had 1 touchdown on the defensive side. Probably had a pick 6 at one time.
And we have a timeout on the field. We'll take it with you. And I could guarantee you that Marvin Gebhard pointed that out in the huddle. Watch out for number 20. 4th down. Lathan McPhail pitches it back. Grigsby. He's running around, throws it towards the end zone. It is tipped and incomplete. Knocked away by Eric Loya. That pass was intended for Landon McPhail, and it's a turnover on downs, and the Husky defense has held once again.
You doing?
1st and 15, the ball just outside of the 16-yard line. Pitch back to Hansen. Now Tallheim in a little trouble. Tallheim's going to run
Great
with it. He
tackle
is upended by Landon McPhail, and that is going to be a loss of 4 on the play.
Landon's done a great job then, has all year. Him and Brett Grigsby are their two main tackles since Cale Harris is out. You lead them two guys. They had 73 tackles for the year, and, of course, Grigsby had 75, and that was a good shoestring type tackle down low. You don't run very far without your legs, and he's proved it to him.
Second down and 19.
Yeah. And they're in that lead or read option. They're in a spread offense.
There's the pitch back. Tallheim's going to throw it. Has a man wide
wide
open.
open.
Loya makes the catch. Gets hit and upended by Lathan McPhail at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 18 yards on the play, and it will bring up third down and
short.
about a little over 1.
Yeah, third down and short. So that's a very, very likable play for Gebhardt and his Huskies from Northern Valley.
Well, Ashland brings
looks
everybody
like
up to the line.
Man, they got everybody. They're going to blitz
There's
up
a
there.
handoff to Hansen, and he had nowhere to go. Absolutely nowhere to go. And
that would have been a good time for the quarterback. Instead of being back in a pistol, go right up underneath the center and run a quarterback sneak. You get that, you can make a yard. You don't have time to hand it off back there when they're going to blitz 5 guys.
well, the quarterback can't run it.
Well, I know. But, I mean, I could just see that inside like what Ashland's been doing, give it to Grigsby. Quick handoff.
Well, 4th down and 6. Bencomo in motion. There's a pitch back to Hansen. Look to throw it. Loya makes the catch. And we got a late hit out of bounds, and I believe that is going to go
against number 11, isn't it, Vera?
Not sure who made the hit, I think it was Vera. So a gain of 7 yards on the pass play. And then you're going to tag 15 on to the end of that, I believe.
I thought it might have been, could be wrong, but I thought it was number 11, Frey. Vera made that hit out of bounds. Didn't mean to. The 170-pound sophomore has played a good game so far today. Linebacker and playing defensive line for the Ashland Bluejays.
Well, and time is becoming somewhat of the essence as well, Larry. 3:42 to go in this ball game. And Northern Valley needed that one desperately, and now they have it 1st and 15 at the 33-yard line.
Yeah, 33 line of the Bluejays.
Tallheim throws it out in the flat. Hansen has it. He's got a block. Jeremiah Hansen to the house. Touchdown, Northern Valley on 33 yards on the connection from Kenton Tallheim. And we're tied at 32.
Your prediction just came true, sir. Jeremy, you said they kind of need something like that because time's getting to be of essence. Well, hello. Nice pass, good reception by Jeremiah Hansen. Game's tied. The all-important extra point. We've had trouble with that both sides of the ball today, haven't we?
Just a touch. They are going to go for the 1-point conversion right here. Tallheim looking to throw. Preston is out there. It's intercepted. And the conversion is no good with 3:32 to go. Why not? We're all tied up at 32 points apiece.
Did we start
deep?
And he's the only one, and he's He's at the 25-yard line. Oh, no.
15.
15-yard line, excuse me. But it's just
It's
a
a
squib
short,
kick.
quick Lathan McPhail with it. And he's knocked out of bounds right at midfield. So it's a 40-yard field for Ashland with 3:28 to go in this ball game. I'm going to make that prediction. The last team with the ball in their hands wins this ball game.
That's probably pretty safe.
Because it just seems like first half, second half, when they've absolutely had to have something, both teams have been able to produce offensively. 1st and 15, the ball at the 40, right at midfield. Handoff up the middle. And a carry down to the 36-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play for Grigsby.
Well, with the injuries that Northern Valley's had coming into this game, not knowing until yesterday who his starters might be in a makeshift alignment, who's going to be healthy enough to even play, I'm astounded at how close the game's been both ways.
And Aaron Hendrickson remains out on that defensive line. There is Grigsby again inside the 30 to the 29. That's going to be a pickup of 6 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
We're just going to line up, see if we can win the line of scrimmage and bulldoze our way on down there.
Little smash mouth football.
Yeah, a little smash mouth. John Madden would be proud of that, wouldn't he? And around, on Thanksgiving, all those turkey leg days by John Madden. We all remember them.
3rd down and 4. They're going to throw it. Lathan McPhail looks over the middle. It is tipped and incomplete.
Guess who?
They are fortunate that ball was not intercepted.
And they tried to go to our favorite receiver, the center, Andrew
Endicott.
Yes, they did. Tried to.
Well, Eric Loya on the coverage. So 4th down and 4. The Blue Jays need the 25-yard line for a 1st down.
And they're in a spread offense, and you got Lathan. See, Lathan is the quarterback.
And we've got a timeout. Who is it?
Blue Jays.
4th down and 4. It'll be Grigsby that will be taking the snap. He'll pitch it back to McPhail. They're going to try and run it. McPhail's going to have a 1st down and then some. Hanson will bring him down at the 20-yard line. A pickup of 9 yards and 1st and 15 for the Blue Jays.
Flag going to play, though, Jeremy.
All the way back there. What is that call?
Right on the 20-yard or the 10-yard line.
This is a big call.
Yeah, don't move your down sticks yet, boys. Wait until the zebra convention gets over. I don't think they're deciding what kind of pizza to order.
A face mask against Northern Valley. So you'll tack on 5 more at the end of the run, and so it'll basically be 1st down and goal from the 15 with 2:12 to go. So half the distance to the goal, so it's 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Only the 2nd penalty of the ball game against Northern Valley.
Not at a good time if you're a Husky fan.
And if you right now are Ben Fox and you realize that, hey, we've got 2 minutes and counting to go in this ball game, you might take as much time off this clock as possible. And Ashland is going to get as close to a delay a game. And they're going to hand it off. Left side, McPhail to the edge, and he is going to be brought down. Bencomo brought him down, but McPhail got the best of that collision and a gain of 6 yards.
He got hit and still went for another 2 or 3 yards. So it's on the 4-yard line.
1:30 and counting.
2nd goal from the 4.
If you're Northern Valley, you might be apt to
let them score.
Let them score here. There's a handoff up the middle. McPhail towards the goal line. He's going to be a couple of yards short. He picked up 2. And Northern Valley's going to take their first of their 3 timeouts. We'll take it with you. 1:09 to play. We're tied up at 32 on Smoky Hills PBS. tied at 32. Third down and goal from the 2 for Ashland. Lathan McPhail will be under center. Grigsby and Landon McPhail behind him. There's a snap. There's a give up the middle. And that's a touchdown. Boy, Marvin Gebhardt and the coaching staff wanted a false start on that play. And as I look at the replay up on the replay here in the stadium, I think they might have had a little bit of a beef. But that touchdown is in, and it's 38-32, and Ashland with the chance for the conversion. Looking for the conversion right here. Could be big. There's a pitch. McPhail to the edge. He's hit, and he leans it forward, and he is in for the one-point conversion with 1:05 to play. Ashland 39, Northern Valley 32. Larry Jans and the Huskies are down to their last gasp.
Worry about taking a timeout. Find what we're going to do for the
thing
extra
at
point.
a time. One thing at a time. And the extra point, or the kickoff, is a deep one, and that is into the end zone, and it is a touchback. So it'll be first and 15 from the 15.
Yep.
Northern Valley needs 65 yards and an extra point to tie or potentially take the lead.
And they got 1 minute and 5 seconds to do her.
And 2 timeouts.
So now, Coach Marvin Gebhardt, what do you got up your sleeve? Maybe him and Josh Hansen, the assistant coach, are discussing those possibilities right now. Well, we're in a spread offense, that's for sure.
First and 15. Hansen will take the snap. He'll pitch it back to Tallheim. Tallheim looking to throw it. Still looking.
Leading.
Throws it up the field, incomplete, looking for Hansen. And Tallheim got hit hard out of bounds, and he's still down.
Yes, it is.
So Bencomo is in there. And we'll see who's going to get a chance to throw this one. There's a pitch back to Bencomo. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to run it, has some room, and
got out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and 17, a 3-yard gain.
Prior to today, Brian Bencomo has 8 out of 9 passes. He's passed 8 out of 9 for 45 yards and 1 touchdown in the air. So he has that experience being a quarterback and at least passing the ball.
Third down and 12.
Now
it's Hansen. He's looking. He says, I'm going to tuck it and go. I'm going to have a first down and then some. Hansen down the sideline.
They did it.
Jeremiah Hansen to the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, my goodness, what a play. 62 yards and a tightrope for the Huskies.
And so we're 1 point away from having a tie game or 2 points away from a win. What's the call, Jeremy?
I think you go for the 1 point tie game because the guy who made your extra point is injured on the sideline right now. That's what I would do, but
I think these guys picked it up a little net because they know one of their main players is hurt. And Jeremiah Hansen and them guys, we got to pick it up. We got to get it for our buddy. We got to get it for the other Husky that's down. They're going to try to kick it.
They are going to try to kick it. Loya will be the kicker. They are going for the win. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. It's short.
Yeah, you got.
Here we go. This is your ball game right here. That's a short one. It's going to be taken by Lathan McPhail, and he goes right down. And now all Ashland's going to have to do is take a knee because with Northern Valley having only 2 timeouts remaining.
You know they're going to keep the ball on the ground. They're not going to pass it. So I wouldn't be afraid to come up and play goal line defense. Get rid of your 2-2-2 I'd almost get every gap, go over that, and then start reaching for the ball, grab the ball, got to tackle the ball. They're going to go straight down with the knee. Timeout.
And Northern Valley will take the timeout with 36 seconds left.
And when you take a knee like that, it's pretty tough to go ahead and strip the ball.
Now, if you're Ashland, also, you might want to think about blowing a couple seconds off this clock. Take a knee and another timeout.
They know that's the last
with
time
33 and a half seconds, the last timeout. And it is now third down, so Ashland could potentially have to do something with the ball on a fourth down play.
And Gus Hink on offense. That's what Coach Ben Fox told me.
Third down. There's the snap. Holds down, and that is going to be all she wrote because it's a 40-second play clock. And that's going to be the final snap and your final score. The Ashland Bluejays are going to come out on top by a score of 39-38. And Larry Jantz, this was a well-played football game.
Yes.
It was a hard-played football game. Good sportsmanship out there on both sides.
Yeah.
And it was close. And this is the type of contest you'd like to see at this point in the season. Your final score, Ashland 39, Northern Valley 38. A special thanks to everybody who made the broadcast possible, including our sponsors, everybody in the truck, on the cameras. For color analyst Larry Jantz, this is Jeremy McGuire saying so long from Memorial Stadium in Dodge City on Smoky Hills, PBS.